Hi, I'm Kelsey Mays for Cars.com. We're here at the 2013 Detroit Auto Show checking out the new Infiniti Q50. This is a follow-up to Infiniti's popular G37 sedan. Infiniti's decided it's going to rename all of its cars under the Q, name all of its SUVs under QX in order to establish a better brand hierarchy. We're as confused as you are about that, but here's the Q50. We're going to take a closer look. There's a Q50 and a Q50 hybrid. We're looking at the hybrid here. Infiniti executives have told us that down the road, every single Infiniti model will offer a hybrid version. A lot of Qs here traditionally that you see on other Infiniti vehicles like the Infiniti M. Infiniti's kind of double arch grille here as it comes in. A little more technical stuff going on here with the headlights and the fog light portals. As you get along the side, Infiniti says the Q50 is lower, longer, and wider than the outgoing G37 sedan with A pillars and C pillars that have been kicked a little bit over to the corners for better interior volume. If you look at this window frame kick forward right here, that recalls Infiniti's Essence concept, very iconic for the brand there. You come around the back, more similarities here to the more expensive Infiniti M. Under the hood is a 3.7 liter V6 that's good for 328 horsepower, while the hybrid gets a 3.5 liter V6 and electric motor that combine for 354 horsepower. Both engines match to a 7-speed automatic and drive the rear or all wheels. There's no manual transmission yet, but that may change down the road. Infiniti has a new direct adaptive steering system in the Q50. It's essentially steer-by-wire with a mechanical backup. It allows you to adjust things like steering feel, power assist, even steering ratio. It'll be interesting to see how that does in terms of how the steering actually feels when we drive it. Kind of a dual cowl interior here, looks similar to other Infinitis. Two screens here in the center of the dashboard. These are standard, Infiniti says, and they're both touch screens, and so one of them can show the map, the other can show controls. Infiniti says that you can touch to swipe things around and zoom in or zoom out the map like you would on your smartphone. Look here, there are real buttons next to them, which is really nice in an auto industry that is continually going now to capacitive buttons. You still get the real deal here. We like that from Infiniti. Overall, pretty handsome interior here. You've got things like stitching down the sides of the center console. There's new aluminum trim here. The old trim in the G37 was modeled after Japanese washi paper. This stuff is modeled after traditional samurai armaments called kachu, Infiniti says. So if you've got a passenger and they ask you about your aluminum trim, you can answer them and they'll say bless you. I'm in the back seat now, and that's where I would sit to drive. I'm about 6 feet tall. Reasonably good room here in terms of packaging. The back seat sits nice and high off the ground, so my knees aren't up in the air. There's a big floor hump, which is typical of a rear-wheel drive car, but I've got enough leg room here. Headroom starts to run out if I sit straight up, but again, not a bad situation overall as this class of sedan goes. Trunk volume is about 18 cubic feet. That's a big increase over the trunk in the G37 by about 4.5 cubic feet there. Good packaging here. You'll notice how the trunk hinges here don't intrude on trunk space like a lot of trunk openings do. Even in the hybrid, which has a battery pack behind the rear seats, you're looking at about 14 cubic feet of space left over. Very good there when you consider that non-hybrid cars like the BMW 3 Series, the Cadillac ATS, the Audi A4 all have less than 13 cubic feet. So surprising utility complements a strong pedigree for the new Q50, and we're excited to drive it closer to its on-sale date this summer.